In a healthy home, a child is a blank canvas. They are allowed to make mistakes, to be loud, to be quiet, and most importantly, to just be themselves. But in a dysfunctional family, there is no canvas. There is only a script. Before you could even understand the world, your family assigned you a character to play. If you were the golden child, you were the shield, the one used to prove to the neighbors that everything was perfect. If you were the scapegoat, you were the lightning rod, the one who absorbed every storm the parents couldn't handle. Neither role was about you. They were about the people who raised you. Today, we aren't just looking at psychology. We're looking at the hidden scars of the siblings who were never allowed to be kids. The golden child is the family's pride. On the surface, it looks like a position of privilege, but underneath, it's a position of perpetual debt. You are born with a bill you can never fully pay. Every "I'm so proud of you" from a narcissistic or dysfunctional parent comes with an unspoken "don't you dare embarrass me." You grew up feeling that your value was tied to your performance. If you weren't the smartest, the prettiest, or the most successful, you felt invisible, or worse, dangerous. This is why, as an adult, you are likely the most successful person in the room and yet the most anxious. You don't know how to exist without an audience to applaud you. Your high standards aren't a choice, they are a survival mechanism. You are terrified that if you stop running, the people you love will finally see the real you and realize you aren't enough. But here is the truth. The golden child is the most lonely person in the world. Because no one loves them, they only love their reflection. Then there's the scapegoat. While the golden child was being polished, you were being pushed. You were the problem child, the difficult one, the reason for every argument. When the pressure in the house became too much, the family needed a villain so they didn't have to look at the mirror. They chose you. But there is a strange, painful beauty in being the scapegoat. Because you were never loved for your performance, you were the only one who didn't have to keep the mask on. You became the truth teller. You were the only one brave enough to point at the fire while everyone else was complimenting the wallpaper. Rebellion they punished you for was actually your soul trying to stay alive. You grew up being told you were the black sheep, but in reality, you were the only one who refused to follow the herd into a lie. You carry the weight of the family's shadows, and that makes you incredibly strong, but it also makes you feel like you don't belong anywhere. You've been the outsider for so long that home feels like a trap. The tragedy is that these roles often turn siblings into strangers. The golden child resents the scapegoat for being free, and the scapegoat resents the golden child for being protected. They don't realize they are both victims of the same architect as adults. This shows up in your nervous system. The golden child becomes the fixer, trying to solve everyone's problems to prove their worth. The scapegoat becomes the runner, leaving relationships the moment they feel judged because they are waiting for the blame to start. You spend your 20s and 30s trying to unlearn a language you were forced to speak as a child. You find yourself over-explaining your mistakes or working until you collapse, all because that little voice in your head is still playing the family script. But here's where the story changes. Healing doesn't mean forgetting the roles you played. It means realizing the play is over. If you were the golden child, your new job is to learn that you are lovable even when you fail. You are allowed to be mediocre. You are allowed to rest. Your value is not a score, it is a heartbeat. If you were the scapegoat, your new job is to realize that the shame you carry was never yours. It was theirs. You were just the only one strong enough to hold it. You don't have to be the villain anymore. And you don't have to run from love to stay safe. The roles we are given in childhood are just paper thin. You can tear them up. You can put down the crown, and you can put down the blame. Because underneath the golden child and underneath the scapegoat ... is just a person who finally gets to decide who they want to be. And that person, they're going to be just fine.